please ask you to give a huge, warm welcome to a very special guest speaker we have tonight. He's joining us today to support the valuable cause that we are raising money for. Can you please welcome Mr. George Galloway, MP, to the stage?
They told me there was 400 women waiting for me and I couldn't quite believe it. It looks like 500. MashaAllah, I hope you're all having a wonderful time. And I apologize for invading this women-only space. But when I knew that there was a crowd like this in my new constituency, I really did want to say hello and welcome, even though many of you have been here longer than me. But you probably know that I'm the MP here. I made one important promise before the election on the 29th of March. I said, if you elect the other guys, nobody will notice. But if you elect me, everybody will notice. And that's a promise that's definitely been kept. Because everyone in the country is now talking about Bradford. And that's exactly what we need, because we intend to put the pride back into Bradford. We intend to put Bradford back on the map. Not just the map here in Britain, but Bradford as a world city is our goal. Bradford in the world is our goal. And we're already, in just a couple of weeks, well on the way to that. And of course, Bradford has many problems, but I'm not going to speak about the problems tonight. There are problems enough to speak about on other occasions. But what Bradford has is many assets as well as problems. And its primary asset is you, its people. The people of Bradford are the best asset that Bradford has. And especially the young people, to whom I owe a great deal of gratitude for the fantastic job that they did in my election last month. Bradford is the youngest city in England already. It has the highest proportion of young people in England. By 2020, which is just around the corner, Bradford will be the youngest city in all of Europe. And exactly 50%, half of all Bradfordians in 2020 will be aged under 25, which is a great asset for which we should thank God. It also will be a problem if the young people have no work and have no money to spend, but let's deal with that on another occasion. Just think of a city this size where half of the people are under the age of 25. Think of the music, think of the fashion, think of the leisure and recreation and sports and all the many markets that will open up, of which fashion is only one. But fashion is a very important one. I've already been in Bradford long enough to know you're a pretty stylish lot, and I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of those who have organized this event tonight. Now, one of the consequences of everyone talking about Bradford is that things are starting to come to Bradford. Our own conference, for example, our national conference, has been moved from London to Bradford in June of this year. 1,000 people will come from all over Britain and hold their conference here rather than in London. We've already moved our head office from Manchester to London, so we're starting to bring things to London. And The most urgent point I'd like to make, if I may, is that tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon, tomorrow midday, from Grattan Road, behind Jean Junction, in the Chambers car park, a great convoy of aid will leave Bradford bound for Gaza. It will go all the way from Bradford to Gaza to break the siege on the Palestinian people there. And I want to ask for your support for it. I want to ask you to come tomorrow at 12 o'clock to Grattan Road to wave goodbye to those who are going to drive thousands of miles. I want you to do that for two reasons. First of all, because it will cheer up and strengthen those that are embarking on that huge journey. But also because all the Arabic television stations will be there, and the people in Gaza will see that the people in Bradford have never forgotten them and will never forget them. So will you come tomorrow at 12 o'clock for that reason? And secondly, my friends, my sisters will be travelling in and out of the tables here, moving amongst you with buckets. Please give generously as you can, and all of that money will be spent on the convoy going to Gaza to take medical aid and other emergency aid to the people there. Lastly, on my left is a very special person. She's a very special person for a number of reasons. First of all, the last time I was on a convoy to Gaza, we were attacked in Egypt by the thugs of the then dictator Hosni Mubarak. And they were firing weapons at us, they were throwing bricks at us, they were firing tear gas at us. They wounded 53 of us and arrested 7. And this young woman, short in stature, but with the heart of a lion, was right next to me in the front line, facing these thugs of the Mubarak dictatorship. She's very special for a number of reasons. She worked for me in Parliament when I was last there. She's worked for the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. She's worked with Ken Livingstone and other important people. She's been on the national executive of the National Union of Students. She's an outstanding person in every respect, and recently married too. Let's give her a round of applause for that. Not recently married to me, I haven't married another one. To a very fine young man whom I have the privilege to know. But she's special for this reason too. She's standing in the elections for council in Bradford on the 3rd of May in the city ward, the university ward, which, by the way, I won by 83%, mashallah, 83% at the by-election on the 29th of March. So we want to see this young, brave, clever, articulate woman, because we want women in the council in Bradford. We want women who can speak, who can fight, who can stand up for the people that they represent. I'll tell you now, the days of male-only politics in Bradford are finished. They're finished. The days of elder-only politics in Bradford are finished. The young people are taking the power. The women are taking the power. And I'm very proud to have been a part of that. So would you please welcome Rukaya Collector, inshallah, the next councillor for the city ward in Bradford City Council. Wassalamu alaikum. Thank you very much indeed.
How do you follow that? Thank you, George, for the introduction. I'm really humbled and really honoured to speak to my sisters. I've got no words really, but I am here to, like George said, to be that strong voice in council. You know, for too long we've had men deciding what the priorities of Bradford should be, what, you know, where our money is spent. And I've been knocking on door to doors. I've been talking to our respected mothers, to our sisters. And when I was coming to this event, I thought, well, what shall I say to the women? But to be honest, the issues that affects us all are issues like education. You know, for now we have to pay $9,000 a year to study. Who's going to go to university? You know, we've got talented men and women, you know, who are graduating, but there's no jobs for them. You know, what's coming into Bradford? You know, what investment? Why are people not coming here? Well, let's look at our city centre for a start. You know, we've got a big hole in the city centre. You know, it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. And that's why I'm standing for respect and for the city ward. You know, I've lived here all my life. You know, I'm very, very proud to be a Bradfordian. And I want to make that difference. And I want all the women to get involved in the campaign. We need you. We desperately need you. We want you involved in changing Bradford for the better, changing it for our children and for our grandchildren in the future. Let's make Bradford proud. Let's, you know, change the reputation of the city, but that's only going to happen with your involvement. You need to get involved. You know, get involved in the Respect Party, get involved in the convoys, Viva Palestina, get involved in any way that you can to help make that difference. So I'm going to keep it nice and short. Thank you. If you want to get involved, contact us on Facebook, contact us on Twitter, Rukaya Respect, contact George on his Twitter and Facebook, and get in touch, and let's change Bradford. We're already feeling the buzz of George Galloway being elected as our MP. Let's keep that momentum going, and let's make Bradford better for everybody. Thank you.
Bradford's buzzing, and you're part of the buzz. Enjoy the night. Wassalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.